Hey guys, what is up? It is Zane here, and welcome to another video. And I know I don't really have my voice in most of my videos because they're mainly montages, which is actually kind of crazy. And I haven't been meaning to do that. I'm actually really surprised that I was. And here's a little update before we get into Cold War, just because I want to diss on Cold War. So, I'm just saying I will be starting a Minecraft series here soon, and that's just gonna be me having a Minecraft world, and I'm just gonna expand upon it because I haven't really got into Minecraft. I never really made a world that I was dedicated to in Minecraft, so I just wanted to see where that goes. I'm just curious to where my creativity will lead me, or maybe not creativity, just see where I'll go. But before I do get into that, I want to get into Cold War, and I'm just gonna say, as for Minecraft, I'll get into that on a later date whenever I start that series. So I'll get into that. But as of right now, let's talk about Cold War and the significance of this new update. So if you guys didn't know, and I'm just saying right off the bat, Cold War is the worst COD, worse than Black Ops 4, worse than Advanced Warfare. Literally any COD you can think of that is the worst COD in your mind is wrong. It is Cold War. And now let me get into why this is the worst COD. So first, they added super sprinters from the get-go, and that's not really the problem. And I'm going to lead into why super sprinters are a problem now. And it's because with Cold War, they had a wonder weapon, right? Which could barely kill any zombies. The wonder weapon can barely kill zombies in the other games, right? Like the ray gun in Black Ops 3. And essentially, that's what they did with the ray gun now. The ray gun is going to be useless in Black Ops Cold War. So, now think about it. You have super sprinters, which are going to be really fast and difficult to kill. And now, since they nerfed the ray gun again, and it's going to be like it is in the previous CODs, if you think about it logically, and also they fixed, they didn't fix, they also decreased the ammo stuff. So, yeah, you can imagine how bogus that the high rounds are going to be. And if you want to get a high round in a Cold War now, all you'd have to do is just get dead wire and turned. So yeah, who knows, they may even patch that on a later date. But yeah, when it does come down to it, Cold War is by far the worst COD. And just thinking about it, if the zombies are going to get stronger, wouldn't the megatons as well? So that's something to look out for as well. But yeah, when it just comes down to it, Cold War is just the worst COD. And I will get into some other stuff too, like I was saying. So, with the ray gun, they are going to be nerfing the ray gun, and they're going to be having it, I would say just like Black Ops 3, because it's going to get weaker over time. So, whatever rounds it starts to get weaker, that means if you're going for like a 9-3-5 round type of game. And here's another problem too, which I didn't even mention, which is the main reason to why all of this is a main issue in the first place. If you even try and solo, and I think co-op's a lot more stable. It's been a lot more stable in previous games as well for some reason. I don't know what that's about. But when it comes to solo, the amount of hours you put into the game, like say if you put 5 to 6 hours or maybe 12, well, realistically it comes down to like 12 hours, because I like to do my high run games, I like to play it. I don't like to play it too consistently. I like to play it a few hours each day, because I don't want to put an insane amount of hours in a game, like 5 hours all in one day. But that's what I'm going to have to do in Cold War now if I want to get around 100. But since they made it even more difficult, since it's going to be taking a lot more hours, like 8 hours to get around 100, since they're going to be increasing the health, which in turn means that you're not going to be able to use the ray gun or the Ring of Fire strat anymore. It's just not going to happen. And yeah, and if you think about it like that, they're going to be maybe buffing the megatons as well, making the game just absolutely unstable. And here's the problem with the health things and all of this kind of stuff. You can't even play the game for 8 hours, or let alone 6 hours, before the game crashes. And I truly mean that. So if you try to play the game, you'll get the Baker Goodnight error. And if you get that error, your high round game's done with. And that's how it has been with solo. And even at the start of the season, I literally started up a game to see if the game would work. And to my surprise, not really surprising at all, I got the Baker Goodnight error for playing for around 6 to 7 to 8 hours. And yeah, if you just think about it like that, I played for that many hours, which in BO3, by the way, because they're trying to go for the BO3 kind of ordeal. But I'm just saying, Treyarch, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you're trying to go for the BO3, yet the game can't even maintain a 7 to 8 hour game without crashing. So, I don't know what they're doing. I'm worried for Cold War, and I'm just saying that this is the worst COD, and it will continue to be the worst COD. Because if you even want to get to round 100, it's probably going to be the equivalent of a 256 scheme now, since, you know, the health damage is going to be a lot more, I would say. Like, so since the damage is going to be a lot more, it's probably going to take like around 5 to 6 hours to get to around 100 now, maybe 4 hours if you get lucky, or if you find out like an insane strat. But yeah, high rounds is going to be really different for Cold War now, and I'm just saying that it is not a good thing, because the game can't even maintain a certain amount of hours, and they're having you play to around 100. Like, say if you want to like just go for high rounds in general, like around 100, around 200, or something like that, something along those lines. If you try to do that, like before it was 3 hours to get to around 100, but now if you just play, like usually you'll get an error around 100. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, because like, man, I just can't believe Treyarch just took the wrong turn, you know? You can't even play the game for like 6 hours or more without the game crashing, because you'll get a Baker Goodnight error, and they're trying to add the high rounds like it's BO3. Yeah, the game can't even maintain that. It's actually so ironic, because the previous games are more stable than the new one. Well, except for BO4, because you'd have to play consistently in that. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I wanted to keep it rather short, and I am just saying Cold War is officially the worst COD, and it's just because of stability. They have done nothing. This bug has been in since the game has launched, the Baker Goodnight error, and they have not fixed it. And it's a significant error, because if you get this error, it just automatically ends your game and it gives you a black screen. And I hope that I was able to show it quite a few times. And to finish it off, since I did show the first time, I will be showing the second time now. And I hope you guys can enjoy this Baker Goodnight error with me, because it just shows how broken Cold War Zombies is. And as a little announcement, before I show this, I just want to say, be ready for some old Call of Duty videos, and I'm talking about BO3, and be ready for some Cold War, not Zombies. I don't even care. If there's a new map, I'm not even playing it. That's how bad Zombies is now. I literally don't even care at this point. For the new season, the only reason why I'm playing the season now is just for MP, and that's just because I want to get the DM Ultra camo, as I did say. But as for Cold War, I'm done with it. Cold War is absolute dog water now, so there's not even a reason to even play Zombies. And I'm just talking about Zombies only. So they ruined Zombies to the point of no return, because the game needs to be stabilized beyond Treyarch even knows. They didn't even know that the game needs to be stabilized with games that have a longevity. So yeah, I'm just gonna say, as for this season and as for Cold War now, only expect MP videos. There will be none, and I mean none, for Zombies videos, because Zombies is just absolute shiz. Unless they fix the Baker Goodnight error, and then they fix all these major problems, mainly just Baker Goodnight error, because if they fix the Baker Goodnight error, then you could actually play the game longer than 6 to 7 hours without the game crashing. So, yeah, I'm just going to say, Treyarch, you messed up big time with this one. And unless this error is fixed, this will remain. This will literally remain as the worst COD. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. As usual, have yourselves a damn good one. And later, lads.